Hügelkultur. My apologies to all my German-speaking friends and viewers about my pronunciation. But today I'm going to dig a
Hügelkultur
trench. One of the ways you can build a
Hügelkultur
cultivation method. Bring it
Hügelkultur
back. So what if you find yourself with a bunch of leftover wood from when you pruned your avocado trees and your mango trees? It's been sitting around for a couple of years, slowly rotting away, providing habitat for various creatures and microorganisms. Well, you can always go ahead and make a Hügelkultur trench, as I'm going to do today. It's best not to use wood that doesn't rot easily, like cedar, for example, or toxic wood like black cherry or black walnut, and definitely not any pressure treated or chemically treated lumber. The best wood is rotten wood. Some exceptionally good woods to use are alder, apple, maple, cottonwood, oak, poplar, dry willow, and birch. So first I mark out where my trench is going to go, so while I'm breaking my back digging the trench, I don't lose my line of direction and start going all zigzagged. Hügelkultur, directly translated into English, it means hill culture. And it's a style of gardening that's been happening in Germany and other Eastern European countries for centuries. And there are three basic types. You have the underground or trench, which is what I'm doing today, which is great for hot, dry climates. And then there's freestanding, it can be up to 5 to 6 feet tall, and that's great for really wet climates. And then enclosed, you'll see people putting in the bottom of their raised bed boxes. Here I'm adding some aged manure with the wood as well. And by placing rotting wood in here, it acts as a host to beneficial fungi in British English and fungi in American English, bacteria and insects and worms and microbial growth. So with the wood and all these other things, with dead leaves and sticks, it kind of acts as a sponge, retaining water to be released in drier times, and soil aeration as logs decay, generates heat sometimes to extend the growing season in colder climates, and the mound will gradually decrease over time. I like to add water as well to kind of kickstart that microbial activity under the ground, get things moving, shall we say. And then comes the job of mounding up the dirt. Take it easy, slow and steady wins the race. Then I break out the rake to put on the final touches and kind of give the mound a bit more shape, a bit more form. And another application of water to get it all together and let it start doing its job. Now, it's said during the first year or so, the rotting wood can eat up a lot of nitrogen in the mound. So they suggest planting beans. And here I have my Buenos Aires beans that I saved some seeds from last year, and I'm going to plant those. Mushrooms in the garden, don't panic. This just means that the soil is healthy. The mushrooms are feeding off the nutrients in your garden, and they cause no threat to your vegetables. And to return the favor, they decompose in your garden and add to the fertility. Now, these mushrooms probably came from the wood or the manure or a combination of the two. And the mycorrhizae is a symbiotic association between a fungus and a plant, which is something that we will delve into further in the future. Okay, thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned because I'll give you some updates on how the
Hügelkultur
trench or raised row is going in future videos or shorts. Tschüss!